If you guys follow my channel and you remember back a few years ago, I featured this particular tree in one of my videos because it has something very unusual about it. First off, the tree is an ancient old Quercus agrifolia, and that's one of the more common trees in our area. But this tree has a significant grandeur to it, but it's also got some very big defects, which leads me to wonder, why is this tree still here? And then look at this. This blows my mind. I could not believe it. I'll talk about that in a few minutes here. But I was asked to do an inspection of the tree. So when I do an inspection, I always walk around the base of the tree looking for any evidence of fungus, any fruiting bodies, any insects, any cracks, anything. And then, oh my God, look at this. Why is this tree still standing? And here's that unusual rock down there. That's an ancient Indian grinding stone. Look at that hollow. It's open up through there. You can see through the trunk of the tree. There's hardly any support wood holding this giant tree. And it's all leaning. It's all one-sided. I look at this trunk is probably 4 feet in diameter, 10 feet off the ground, and about 7 feet in diameter down at the base. And it just goes and it goes and it goes, but it's off at an angle. This tree is down by a creek, so the soil is good, but it's, kind of loose. There was a portion of the tree removed a long time ago, as evidenced by those big stubs that I just showed you. I put my camera down inside the hole. I could climb inside this trunk. And I'm going to show you that Indian grinding stone a little bit closer. It's been trapped in here for, who knows how long. But, there's got to be a story behind this. Was this tree here when the indigenous people were camped by the creek? This would have been a very prominent spot for, the Native Americans to live. We are experiencing some very, very unusual weather. I mean, we get snow like once or maybe twice a year, but an inch, maybe 2 inches at the very most. Well, in the last 9 days, it snowed, and it rained, and it snowed, and about 2 feet stuck, and then the sun came out and melted a little bit, and then another foot came, and we had devastation everywhere. We had trees breaking, we had roads closed. We had no power for 9 days. Fortunately, I had kept my generator going. But there was some interesting things that I learned. A lot of people have power walls. And the power walls, when the snow covers up the solar panels, they no longer charge. And after about a day and a half or so of using the power wall, these power walls require PG&E power to bring them back up to full capacity. They won't recharge just on the solar panels. That's what I've been told anyway. Also, people that have propane, they ran out of propane, and the propane trucks weren't able to get up here. It's been interesting. And you know what? The sun came out for the last 2 days and most of the snow melted. Thankfully, the trees are looking a lot better, but it's snowing right now. Again. I'm hopeful that this won't be as bad, but the emergency services have been pretty amazing. There were 3 excavators up here on Highway 9 and Skyline. There was heavy equipment, big bulldozers, big tractors, this enormous chipper. They had a chipper up here that was so big it could probably eat my chipper. And they made a mountain of brush the size of a 2-story house, a big 2-story house, and they processed it all and it's gone, and they're starting all over again tomorrow. There are literally thousands of trees and branches down, and there were so many telephone lines, or not telephone, but power lines and phone lines, and poles, entire poles that were hit by trees that got broken. And then on top of that, we've got the drivers that don't know how to drive in the snow. There was a lot of accidents. A lot of people crunched their cars. There was a lot of cars that were stuck in the snow with, notes in the windows. I guess they had to walk out. But I tell you, we just are not used to this kind of weather up here. I don't know. Climate change is something to think about. It's not something I've ever experienced before. And we went a long time, about a decade or more of drought. And then all of a sudden, all these weak trees that have suffered a decade of drought are now breaking from all the weight of the snow. I'll keep you posted. I don't know.